We welcome you to Los Angeles. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a 3-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. Towing the slab in today's game, Dustin May. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Here's Nico Horner. The pitch. Outside. And we are underway.
No strike.
And the pitch. Fastball for a strike.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Just missed. May delivers. That's towards center. And it drops in. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Seiya Suzuki getting ready to hit. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. May over to first. Horner back in on a dive. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Horner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, a nice lead and a nice steal there to get into scoring position with the heart of the order at the plate. That might just lead them to pitching around these hitters a little more because of the open base, but it's early in this ball game. Can't imagine it'll change the attack plan too much.
The 1-1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Horner, the runner at second with 1 away. Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Joey Gallo in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And the pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Domingo under it. He's got it. And that is that. One left for the Cubs. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in L.A. and on the mound now, Matt Manning. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
And the right-hander deals. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him looking. One down.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
One out, base is empty. And that's too high.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That one misses. And the count even 1-1.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Soto checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And he held up. 2 outs. And he walked him.
Take your base.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Batting fourth.
The batter now will be Will Smith. In there at the knees. 0-1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Brings it in for the 3rd out. One left for L.A. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Bellinger up to hit.
The center fielder, number 24.
So Cody Bellinger went as a 4th-round pick by the Dodgers in the 2013 draft. How about this, though? His final year in high school, he hit just 1 home run. The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. May, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. High in the air, out to right. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
One strike.
Comes up empty.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. And talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boo. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Not close with that one. And it's 1-2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Muncy sends it to first. One out in the second.
The third baseman, Ramon Urias.
Now the third baseman, Ramon Urias. And a good eye there. Bellinger leads off second with one gone in the inning. Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. And the throw, he's out at third.
Well, I could see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky, man. You're already in scoring position, so you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Here comes a pitch. On the ground, out to short. Betts whips it to first. That ends the frame. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Manning back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And another ball. Wouldn't chase that time. Now this is in the air down the line. Happ heads towards it. He's got it. And there's one away.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Matt.
Here's Muncy to hit. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. Outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strike.
That's off the mark. And that's ball 2.
It's a good take.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
One down. And here's the veteran outfielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Right down to shoot. Strike one. Ripped to third. There's one. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Batting eighth, the center fielder.
Well, they had the chance to turn it two right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Luis Domingo digs in now. 2 for 7 in the series so far. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Nothing here in the bottom of the second. And down on strikes he goes. That's the third out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the third. We're tied 0-0. Top half of the third inning, and now the DH.
The designated hitter, Christopher Morel.
Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score.
1 ball.
Outside low. 1-0. And another ball.
2 balls. No strikes.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. At the belt and fires. Inside ball 4.
That could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and the leadoff batter's on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off his shoulder.
May keeping him close.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And now it's going to be Tyler Stevenson on the ground at first, and foul ball. Now the 0-1. Grounder might be 2. There's 1. Relay to first, double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. That one hit to right. Soto gets under it, makes the catch, and that is that. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And we're back. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Danny Ramirez.
Danny Ramirez.
Man, back to work. Splits the plate, and it's 0-1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
And that one fouled off. kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss. And one gone.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Went down on strikes his first time through. Right through there for a strike. Still tied at 0, last of the third. And that's in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Swings and misses. He swung over top of the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Betts, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1. And he deals. And a foul ball. That one ripped. That's back. Say goodbye to that one. He'll touch them all. It's his 8th home run of the year. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Soto in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. One run across in the frame so far here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Next pitch is outside. Late on that fastball.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
The wind of the pitch. Inside, almost got him. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the 3rd. Up the middle. Oh, what a stop. To first. Nicely done for the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Back here at Chavez Ravine, John Chambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ian Happ. The pitch. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning.
Well, the bright side is that will help the on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Suzuki stands in now, looks at that one inside. Runner at first with no outs here. That misses. And the count is 2-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That just misses. And now 3-0. Joey Gallo waiting to hit for the Cubs. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 3-1. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Joey Gallo steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. May over to first, and he's back safely. There's the strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The Dodgers up by a run here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
The 1-1. And that one just missed off the outside edge.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The 2-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Betts makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Doubled in his first AB. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one off the bad part of the bat. Just a lazy fly ball. Soto right there to make the grab. And that'll do it. Cubs leave 1. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the catcher, Will Smith.
The catcher.
And this is a guy that doesn't just impact the game defensively. They count on him to deliver offense.
He's the first guy at the ballpark. He's got to study opposing hitters. He's got to get familiar with his starting pitcher for that night. And he's getting in the cage to take his swings. That's a whole lot, and so many times goes unnoticed.
Kicks and fires. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Horner over to first. And Freeman is retired.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Max Muncy at the dish. And he's already singled in this game. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. Suzuki has a beat on it. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. The pitch. That's down and in. Swanson, 31 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And that skips in the dirt. Righty to the plate. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. The 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two on the way. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 2-2. And misses inside.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
And down on strikes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Ramon Urias now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Burrell in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that one fouled off. And here it comes. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Cubs are down quietly. They still trail 1-0. Back here in LA, here's Teoscar Hernandez.
The left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
The wind of the pitch. In for a strike. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
In the air, center field. Bellinger drifts towards it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 25, Luis Domingo.
Luis Domingo steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Line drive, and it goes just foul. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Out number 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Danny Ramirez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Ball 1, no strikes. Fly ball down the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the Cubs catcher, Tyler Stevenson. And the right-hander back to work. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
One strike.
That's a little bit low. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Got him looking. One gone here.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And the batter now, Nico Horner. 1 for 2. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
Ball, no strike.
The pitch. And a foul ball. The 1-1. Liner to second. It picked on the hop. Throw on to Freeman. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ up to hit. That's in there. And that's strike 1. On the ground to third. And it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Now a chance for Seiya Suzuki.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit, but you got to stay within yourself.
2 outs.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Righty delivers. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. 1 left for the Cubs. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning, and here is Shohei Ohtani.
The designated hitter, Shohei.
Man, back to work. And downstairs. High fly ball, right field. Suzuki running hard for it. Pulls it in on the run. 1 up, 1 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Here's Mookie to hit. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
And strike one to Mookie Betts.
No balls. One strike.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now
just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Juan Soto now. There's a strike. Betts at first, one gone. Next pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
Left-hand batter waits.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. In the dirt. Not in time. He's safe. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Really good read by the runner there. His secondary lead, he anticipates the trajectory going down and gets a really nice jump up to second base. Now he's in scoring position. He's taken away the double play opportunity.
And that's ball
low.
4.
Ball 4. Take a base.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Bullpen action for the Cubs. Mark Leiter Jr. up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Almonte getting cranked up as well. 2 on, 1 out. And he takes a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs.
Fastball at the letters froze him for strike 3.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And the pitch. Missed with a changeup. And the count is 1-1. Now fly ball to right center. Bellinger makes the catch, inning over. Dodgers strand a couple. They lead it 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Joey Gallo.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tying run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
And the pitch. Just missed. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jonathan Loaisiga looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Fire Eisen getting loose as well. Line drive. Nice grab on the run. And there's one down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Bellinger up to hit for the third time as he lays off inside, ball one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. The next offering misses. 2-2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. That's to third. Now the throw to first on the run. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks, Vanderbilt player in college World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
The shortstop takes a ball, trying to hold a one-run lead here in the third and final game of the series. Next offering is down low. Just missed. Ramon Urias on deck for the Cubs. Two down, nobody on, and there's ball 4.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So up next, Ramon Urias. May over to first. It's low and gets away. This is again 5 in a row.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strike.
With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Ball misses. Throw. Save.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Swings and misses. 3rd out.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mark Leiter Jr.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well,
Leading
one-run
up
game.
for the Dodgers,
Max Muncy steps to
third
the plate for the
baseman,
Dodgers.
Max Muncy.
The wide to kick the pitch. And that's outside. And that's ball one.
Go straight.
He was late there. Strike one.
One strike.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. A big first out here in the seventh via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Hernandez at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. The other way, and that's just foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Popped in the air, left field. Happ moving under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are two outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Luis.
Two outs, base is empty.
Domingo.
And now the center fielder, Luis Domingo. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Two outs, base is empty. Ground ball right side. Whips it to Gallo. That's the third out. Inning over. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 1-0. We go to the eighth. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Christopher Morel. Here comes a pitch. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this eighth inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Stevenson in the box now. Takes strike one. Fought off foul. Ball one there. Up and in, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Strike three, got him swinging. And now 2 gone.
The batter number 2.
Now it's the second baseman, Nico Horner. 1 for 3. First pitch doesn't find the zone. The Cubs trailing by a run, and we're in the top of the 8th. 2 down, nobody on. Pitch misses there. Now 2-2. And another ball. Ian Happ waiting to hit for the Cubs. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Pitch count's getting up there now, and not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Jonathan Loaisiga gets the ball now.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Runner at first with 2 away. Ian Happ will hit next. Throw over to first. Corner gets back easily. First pitch misses.
1 ball.
Corner, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he pumps it a strike.
1-1.
And 1-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Hard ground ball for a base knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Substitution now at first base. Cubs going to a pinch runner, Pete Crow Armstrong. So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. And fouled off. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez sizes this one up. Squeezes it. And that's the 3rd out. Cubs strand a couple. They trail here 1-0. Now into the game, Pete Crow Armstrong. He'll be out in left field.
Number 52.
Yency Almonte on the pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the second baseman, Danny.
The Dodgers, the second baseman, Danny Ramirez.
The pitch. And ball 1. Almonte, in his 7th season, he features a slider, a sinker, a 4-seamer, and he works in a changeup. That clips the corner. Next offering is in for a strike. And a pitch. That misses the zone. It's 2-2. And that one is inside. Right-handed reliever. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Leading up for the Dodgers.
So the batting order turns over. Next is the Dodger DH, Shohei Ohtani. That one ripped, but foul. Nobody out, runner at first. And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Here's Mookie now. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Here comes the 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Got him. And there's 2 down.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
And now it's Juan Soto. And a strike on the outside edge. Two outs. That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that one's gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's downstairs and outside. Almonte maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Next offering is in for a strike. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I like.
Can't glove it cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Hector Neris gets the call from the pen.
Number 51, Hector Neris.
Man at first. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Smith off of first with 2 away. Off the plate inside, and it's a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one at the knees for a strike. And the righty deals. And they'll do it again. One-two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Two-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. Last chance coming up for the Cubbies. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, J.P. Fireisen.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And now it's Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo.
The pitch. Off the plate, and that's ball one. Way out front for strike two.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
1-2 here. And another ball. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Left-hand hitter waits. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Bellinger now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Fireisen. A very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Off the mark there. And now it's even 1-1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
And now 1-2. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, the stuff is just too good to fail.
Got him swinging.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Swanson in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
He swings and fouls one off. That one hammered center field. Back there. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
These players just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team coming in, and you want to do exactly the same. Maybe even push it a little further, get yourself a sweep. You know the fans are going to be behind this club. They've been playing really well, and these players, you can tell they feel the energy these fans bring to the ballpark.
A shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 3 runs, 5 hits.
高評価チャンネル登録をお願いします。